And downtown Winnipeg will be the scene of a march in memory of Linda Beardy later today. She's the Indigenous woman whose body was found in a landfill on Monday. At the time, investigators called her death suspicious, but now police say there's no evidence it was a homicide. Peter Cowan has more on how Beardy's family is responding.
Her sister Lucy is speaking out not just about the grief she's dealing with, losing her sister, but also how upset she is with the way police have been handling this situation. So Linda's body was found in a Winnipeg landfill on Monday. And yesterday, police had a news conference because they said that there was a lot of interest in this case and they wanted to lay out some of the details about what their investigation has uncovered. But that news conference has upset the family. Lucy says they never gave permission for police to release details about what happened to her sister.
I feel like they took advantage of my grief, how overwhelmed I was, my vulnerability. I feel like they betrayed the trust of the family. I got a call after that from the overseeing sergeant, and his words were exactly like, well, we assumed.
Now, Lucy is also remembering her 33-year-old sister as someone with a very big heart who was always willing to step in and help other people who were in trouble. She says she saw her sister just last week and they talked about her 4 kids and wanting to get her life on track. And she says the last words she said to her sister were, "I love you."
So, Peter, what are police saying about Beardy's death? And then what are the next steps in this investigation?
Yeah, so at that news conference, they said that their investigation found that this was accidental. They said it was tragic, but not a homicide. Their investigation found that there was a dumpster that someone saw her climb into, and no one saw her climb out of that before that dumpster was picked up on Monday. They said that the coroner has determined that she had injuries that were consistent with being trapped inside a metal container. So there were concerns that may be the cause of death, although the cause of death has not been released. But the family is not happy with that investigation, and they put out a statement. In it, they say, "We do not feel that they treated us respectfully, and we felt intimidated. We also believe that they have not been transparent in the dissemination of information. We believe that a more fulsome investigation must take place and an opportunity for all tips to be followed up with." So what they're asking for is Canada to appoint an independent investigator in order to look into what happened, because they don't feel confidence that the police will. They also say they intend to file a complaint with the Manitoba Law Enforcement Review Agency to look into how this investigation was handled. Tonight's march is going to touch on some of these issues, but we'll also highlight the broader issue. This isn't the first time that remains of a missing and murdered Indigenous woman has been found in a landfill in Winnipeg, and there are calls for a larger search to be taken at landfill sites in order to determine whether or not there are in fact more women.
Peter Cowan reporting for us in St. John's.